Now, of course, whenever we're talking of COVID-19, one group of people that feel the pinch are that of start-uppers. And in all these, have we had a start-uppers bill being, constituted to help address the specific needs of start-uppers moving forward? We're going to be having much more of a sensitization workshop on this, and to help us understand the remit proper is Solomon ADJEI, the founder of the Ghana Startup Network and Communications Director for the Ghana Startup Bill Technical Working Committee. Solomon, we're so grateful that he joined us.
Thank you for having me.
How timely is this whole bill amid COVID-19?
Well, so first and foremost, let me thank you and your team and everyone watching us at the moment. It's very timely that we look at what startups go through at the moment. COVID has affected every business.
Exactly.
We are the most affected. Startups going down and down and down. Mm-hmm. The research shows that we provide much jobs to the population, more than the government and other things.
Sure.
But as we speak now, most companies have gone down. You're unable to employ as you used to employ, you're unable to sell as you used to sell, you're unable to put as you used to produce. So it affected us massively. And so we think that this is time that we need to get certain incentive that we need as people to put ourselves, in place. So government will have to support us as startups.
But we already have some incentives on board from the National Board for Small Scale Industries and even that of the Trade Ministry as well. Yeah,
so the act or the bill, I should say, is, and I understand it's supposed to be a bill for the act. The focus is not just on COVID-19.
Okay.
COVID is just a passing phase of it.
Exactly.
But we're looking at a permanent thing that, for generations yet unborn. All right, so the focus is to legitimize certain things. For instance, what is happening now with the NBSI support for startups?
Exactly.
Can we get a way to make it legitimized so that every startup can apply for it with or without COVID-19? Okay, can startup just apply for kind of capacity building workshops? Can startup just apply for, let's say, funding? Let's say want to travel for exposure. Can your startup have that kind of support to trade beyond the borders of Ghana? Can startup have some kind of, let's say, human resource capacity, like government employing 1 or 2 people to help you, produce more than you're supposed to produce alone? So the bill is looking beyond just COVID-19. It's a broad thing that is going to, when implemented or when passed by Parliament, is going to more and more of create an incentive framework, to support startups, in the long run.
So we do know it is in the initial stages, and for that you're going to be having a sensitization workshop. What should prospects be in terms of our expectations in the future for this workshop?
Well, so we as part of our mandate as a committee, we are supposed to engage every stakeholder in the system. This is a bill that is being worked on by us and for us. So what the key point is for us to engage everybody, get the views of everybody who matters on it. Over the time, we've engaged series of people. Last 2 weeks, for instance, we were doing for 3 days for a retreat, where we invited certain agencies and institutions whose voice matters come to business operations in Ghana, like the RJD, like the FDA, and all those kind of people. So they came on board to review what we've done as a draft, made their input, and then that was great for us. The next stage is to engage the end user beneficiaries of the art. When the art is passed, who would it benefit? The startups, the young entrepreneurs. So now that we have got a draft, can we present to them, this is what we have for you. What are your input into it? So the workshop that's happening tomorrow is basically to present the draft bill to the young entrepreneurs and the startups who are the beneficiaries. To now say, make your input into it. So it's got to look at all the areas of it in terms of what startup really is. And there's one funny word, the startup. Who is a startup? That's one key word that has been, we could sit on it the whole day discussing startup. In all the workshops that we've had, every time we go on, we have to spend like at least 1, 2, 3, 4 hours
determining what a startup is.
That alone, because people need to, is it just about the age of business or the age of the person running the business? Or is it about the employment level? Or about revenue level. Okay. So all those things need to be determined. We need to determine who a startup really is. And then we look at what benefit can you get at a startup.
Sure.
All right, so that clearly defined in terms of access to funding, access to markets, mentorships, those kind of things.
I could imagine how much of
it's crazy, man.
use this is going to be for the startups across the country. We're so grateful, Solomon. We shall be following this workshop closely to, update entrepreneurs out there, prospective viewers out there, hoping to tap into this whole initiative. We're so grateful.
That's right. That's right. Thank you for having me.
Thank you very much as well. Solomon, here's the founder of the Ghana Startup Network and Communications Director for the Ghana Startup Bill Technical Working Committee.